Yo, what's up everybody, GameTuts TV here, and welcome to episode 102 of the GameTuts Iron Man series. We're starting off by doing some questing. I want to go ahead and knock out the 5 remaining quests that I haven't done yet, and we're starting off with Death on the Isle, which is basically Varlamore's version of Murder Mystery. So that's pretty cool. Kind of a fun little quest there. This is a pretty cool little posture I got going on. Literally, I was going to do Curse of Arav, but I needed some dwell berries, but they should be grown now. So yeah, let's go ahead and knock this quest out. Well, looks like not quite done. So instead, I have another idea. That's right. It is time to defeat the Amoxliatl boss. Well, where's the staple button when you need it? Because that was easy. Well, this should be the finale of the quest, and we will get access to Hueycoatl, which I guess is basically like the Seafoam Islands of RuneScape, home to a bunch of like icy things. But yeah, you know, I don't really know why I mentioned Amoxliatl in last episode, but it is a very entry level boss. And I'm looking at its drops, right? And you know, I kind of want to go for this pendant of 8s. So let's go kill this thing, this Amoxliatl, until we get the pendant of 8s. Then we'll circle back and we'll do the Curse of Arav, because I'm sure our dwell berries will be grown by then. Also, something that definitely needs to be done, we're going to go ahead and add the Civdas Ia Fortis, if I pronounced that correctly, to our... Oh, you can't use dust runes. Are you fucking kidding me? This is awkward. I literally don't have any earth runes, so shout out to Betty. Alright, let's try this again. We're going to add the Civdas Ia Fortis teleport to our portal nexus. And we can now teleport to Varlamore and our POH using the Y key. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go get that pendant. Oh shit, boys. A dragon impling. Oh no. Is he gonna try and take it? Give me this. Give me this. Come on. What do we get? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Jesus, imagine. I should have just freaking... Ooh, eclectic. Oh! Okay, you know what? That made me feel a lot better. That made me feel a lot better. This is going to give us good luck. Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, here we go. The KC number 1. I'm going to see if I can complete as many combat tasks as I can in the time it takes me to get this little pendant thing. Yeah, that one was surprisingly difficult. Killing it without taking any damage. Okay, so slight change in plans. Currently sitting at 27 KC, and we do not have the pendant drop as of now, but you may be wondering why I'm in Xanaris, or you may not be wondering why I'm in Xanaris, depending on how much you know about good old Amoxliatl. If we take a look, you'll see that I did cancel a fair amount of Slayer tasks, like 500 points worth in total, to get a lesser Nagwa task that we can actually do to kill Amoxliatl on task. I think this will be a fun way to just kill more of the boss, because let's be real here, This boss is super like mid-game content that I just don't really need to do, and I probably will never do again outside of just this little mini grind after completing the quest. And also, it will give me the opportunity to probably finish off the rest of these combat tasks that I kind of want to do. This one in particular, killing it in less than 30 seconds, I think having it on task will make it a lot easier. I do need technically to get this glacial Amoxliatl, so hopefully we can do that. But yeah, TLDR, instead of killing Amoxliatl until we get the pendant, we're going to kill the rest of this task, and hopefully then our dwell berries will be done and we can go back to doing the Curse of Arav as we initially had kind of randomly planned. Yeah, let's do it. We managed to pull an elite clue before we managed to get anything else. Not too shabby. Oh my god, I think I just lost my elite clue. Wow, yeah, I totally did. Oh, dude, that's ass. Oh my god. Wow. Ooh, PB of 34 seconds. Okay, we're kind of getting there, I guess. Oh, 31 seconds? You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Oh, man. 2 seconds off. Hey, there we go on KC. Oh my god. Holy crap. We got the Glacial Amoxliatl and the pendant in the same drop at KC 99. Holy shit. That is pretty crazy. Here we go. KC 100. No fucking way. I got another one. Back to back pendants after going 99 dry. Okay. All right, I'm actually going to go bank, and because I really want to finish the rest of these combat tasks. I have not been able to get a sub 30-second kill. So I'm actually going to make this pendant really quick, and I'm just going to keep going in and trying to spec this guy out and see if I can get a good time and just to preserve my Slayer task. I wonder, let's see what happens when we dismantle this. Ooh, I can get 100 frozen tears. Yes, please. Awesome. And so I'll take my other frozen tears. I got 500. We'll go ahead and throw these on. Hell yeah, 636 charges on the pendant of 8s. And I believe I teleport to the dark. Nope. Where is it? Twilight Temple? How do I do this? Ah, you know what? I think I have to go activate the teleports first. Here we go. Statue number 1. Bingo. Statue number 2. Boom. This one was kind of tedious to do, but number 3. Hell yeah. Also, did not realize that there was a Alderan POH portal, so that's pretty cool. And of course, last but definitely not least, we have this teleport, which will basically allow us to, oh, I guess we can't teleport now, but now we can go ahead and have very quick access to good old Amoxliatl. Yeah, all right. Let's try and get this sub 30-second combat task. Wish me luck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, could this be the sub 30 seconds? Yes! Ooh, 26 seconds in fact. Not bad. And we get an elite clue scroll for our troubles. Hell yeah, I'll take that. I will happily take that. And we're gonna teleport out because we do not want to die with this one. Dude, this thing is actually kind of fire. This Glacial Amoxliatl. Bro. I kind of rock with this because the attack speed is actually pretty good. Let's see. There's the combat. Oh, look at that. We got another. Dude, we're getting pendants like crazy. But 53 seconds. That's not. I mean, it's not as good as using like a bludgeon or anything, but damn. All right, well, I've got 5 left on the task, so I'm gonna go ahead and just knock that out really quick. Shout out to the DDS, and then we will be probably done with Amoxliatl for, I don't even know, like maybe ever. But perhaps these last 5 kills can really leave a lasting impact. Okay, last kill of the Amoxliatl task, and we get another Glacial Tomatli. How about that? We got quite a few uniques towards the end of this 86 Lesser Nagua task. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished our little side grind for the good old Amoxliatls. Shout out to the Noxus piece. We love that. Taking a look, we did manage to complete all of the combat tasks, which was nice. Very happy for that. And honestly, I think with like new PVM monsters and just grinds, I may try to do this just because I think, you know, I know like it really will depend on what monsters and what kind of PVM I'm doing. Like, and again, this is a very entry level boss. It's probably the easiest boss that has combat achievements, but nonetheless, definitely made the grind and just in general killing the boss a lot more enjoyable. Taking a look at the loot, not too great. You know, we got some water orbs, we got, you know, a couple of elite clues, and you know, the main thing I think that's going to be beneficial is having the pendant of 8s, just for getting around, because I believe, is it this teleport that gets us? I think this is technically pretty close to the Hueycoatl boss, or whatever the hell it's called, which we may be doing sooner rather than later. But yeah, shout out to Amoxliatl, and for those of you guys who were expecting me to kill this many of this boss at this point in my account, well, kudos to you, because I'm probably the only Iron Man out there with these stats and everything I have unlocked who is actually going to dedicate that much time to the boss. But you know what? I wanted to do it for the sake of trying out the new piece of content, and let's peep the collection log. We just need the pet, Moxie, which we're probably never going to get, but who cares? Well, a buddy of mine asked me if I'd like to try out some Huey, and your boy could not resist, and honestly completely forgot about the Dwellberries. All right, first Huey KC. Hey, I got 2 combat achievements. Not bad. Ooh, adamant bolts. Ooh, I think I got the big bones on that kill. Here we go. So that means that I was a good old MVP. Ooh, new collection log in the form of some soiled pages. All right. Ooh, somebody just got a Hueycoatl hide. I think that's a unique. Good for them. Okay, there is 25 KC at good old Huey, doing pretty much mass for all of it. I think I'm going to go ahead and let's take a break for now, because your boy needs to do that Curse of Arav quest that I promised I would do. Like, you know, when I said at the beginning I wanted to knock out the rest of these quests, but buddy of mine wanted to do some Huey, and that was kind of fun. And you know, I didn't learn too much of the mechanics and the mass form of it, but I think it's something I'll definitely come back to relatively soon, because I would really like to get the Huasca seed in order to try and get some of those prayer regeneration potions. So potentially at somewhat soon in the future, we'll try and do like maybe a solo or something like that of the Huey boss, or maybe like a 2 or a 3-man. But 25 KC, there's the loot. Nothing too crazy. Didn't get any uniques or anything like that. I mean, technically we got the soiled pages, and then the combat tasks that we got for good old Huey knocked out of the way. If I can find it here, we got 6 out of 11. So I'm cool with that, I guess. I was serious when I said I forgot about the dwell berries. I don't know why I decided to do some next, but here we are. Ooh. Oh shit, somebody just got a fucking Nile horn. Damn. Nice. Good job. Well, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I decided to get a task of necreals here in the wilderness to try and get some hard clues to knock out the elite clues that we've got. And from a whole task of necreals here in the wilderness, I only managed to get a singular hard clue with a ring of wealth imbued, and we had 221 of them. Kind of surprising, but I gotta say, barraging greater necreals is one of the best tasks ever. I mean, this obviously is from not just this task, but like, look at the loot. Like, holy crap, there's a lot of goodies. And speaking of goodies, we have a grand total of 50 Laren's keys that we've gotten from a lot of the Wilderness Slayer that we were doing previously, like when we were killing Callisto and Venenatus and stuff. So how much are these actually? 150k each. Cool. I've never actually opened them before, I don't think, on this account. So let's go see what we can get. I think there's 2 different chests you can open them up in the wilderness. I'm going to go ahead and do the high level ones. So yeah, wish me luck. We're going to do something kind of ballsy in the spirit of last episode when we were running around with our scroll book. I'm going to open up all 50 of these Laren's keys. And this is my tank gear, straight out of like 2015. Ooh. Spooky. He thinks I'm gonna kill him. That's cute. Alright, let it begin, ladies and gentlemen. What? Hopefully we can get some Dagonite. Ooh, 563k, holy crap. Oh my god, back to back. Okay. Alright, the very last Laren's key. And unfortunately we did not get any Dagonite pieces, which would have just been essentially collection log fodder, I guess. But let's check. So it looks like it was it 7.3 mil for, or 7.7 mil technically. So I guess per GE average we lose about or about 900k, but obviously we don't care about that. 419 Dragon Dart tips, and I know I'm looking at this in the wilderness, I don't really care. YOLO, the wilderness is dead, let's be real. 752 steel bars is very nice, of course, for cannonballs. I have so many cannonballs, bro. I AFK cannonballs like all the freaking time. 6 Celestial Seeds is cool, 3 Redwoods is good. Dragon Arrow tips, one day I hope to be able to use these. But yeah, I mean, there's not anything too crazy from these Laren's keys. And honestly, again, Dagonite is pretty much useless. No, pretty much it is useless. So it's literally just collection log, but kind of a nice little additive to doing Wildy Slayer. I also would really like to get those little parchments that you can get to protect like your infernal capes and stuff like that, and like your Intraders deep in the wilderness, but I've not been able to get one of those. I think they're like 1 out of 2,000, but I've done a crap ton of Slayer tasks. I've done like 70 Wildy tasks, and I've yet to get one, which is kind of crazy, but either way, okay, are we ever going to do the Curse of Arav quest? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I'm literally sitting here doing freaking farming contracts. This is the reason everything we have, literally everything we have done in this episode up until now is because we were waiting for these 3 dwellberries. And we're not even about to do the quest just yet. There's one more thing, well, technically 2 more things I want to do first. Yes, please. Hello, Treasonous Ring and or Void Waker piece. Well then, I think we are going to keep this master clue and head back to Huey. But first, we gotta kill this little bastard in the name of the Phoenix and Black Arm Gang. Arav, sit the fuck down, buddy. Now, but this is a pretty cool quest. I think the only thing we actually unlock as a result of this, I say only thing, but we do get to kill the armored zombies, I believe, in the Zamorigal base or whatever. Yeah, this thing. And it does drop the best in slot Crush helmet, like an upgraded version of the Dwarven helmet. So it technically is not dead content, which is cool. But more importantly, we finally did the quest. And so now we can do ethically acquired antiquities. Okay. What is going on with this little shame-o-meter cutscene? What on earth? Okay, yeah, I kind of like this. It's like interrogation style. No, this quest was fun. It was chill, it was easy. Shout out to the shame-o-meter. And more importantly, shout out to the fact that we've got 2 quests left. And one of them is Meet and Greet, which is short. And it's got a quest helper. We love to see it. Hell yeah. Booyah. There it is. Access to Amelio? I don't think I've ever seen this name before. You know, you normally see Amelia with an I instead of an E, you know? Shout out to our boy from the Breakfast Club. Charlie Sheen's brother. Fun fact, right? Different last names. Or I think, well, Charlie Sheen is his stage name or whatever, you know. But anyway, I think this quest technically introduces us to the Fortis Coliseum. Like, I looked it up. I thought maybe this was the quest you needed in order to be able to actually do the Fortis Coliseum. That's not the case, but you do get to go inside, like, the area where the Fortis Coliseum is, and I think I unlocked the music track for it. So that's content that, you know, if I'm just now doing a Amoxliatl and fucking Huey, it's going to be at least like 2027, 2028 until your boy is doing the Coliseum. But let's peep this kebab shop. Varlamore and Kebab. Okay, 2GP. And what did it do for us? Not a damn thing. Okay, let's try again. Hey, there we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that leaves us with 169 out of 170 quests completed. Therefore, we have the one, the only, Redux 2008 Remaster, While Guthix Sleeps. Never ever done this quest before, did not do it back in the day. I remember always thinking this quest was like the ultimately difficult, or just the most difficult ultimate quest back when I used to be scared of like Desert Treasure and used to think that I was good at the game because I did Monkey Madness. Yeah, the 15th quest in the Maharat quest line. That's crazy. Fuck it, let's do it. Shouldn't be too hard because we have a quest helper. Holy crap, you guys can't see, but this freaking general requirements sidebar is very satisfying to look at all the green. Oh shit, I'm just getting some KC for next, and I got some ancient ceremonial gloves from, I think, a spiritual mage, and I believe, yeah, 700 collection logs. I guess we get something for this. Okay, cool. Yay. Hey, let's go. I got some points. I got 2 combat tasks done. Or no, just 1 combat task, actually. Oh, I got fossilized dung. Son of a bitch. No, I'm gonna die. No, no, damn it. Fuck. I don't know where... I couldn't keep track of my inventory to see where my resupply was. Purple. Ooh. I got 160k. Yay, let's go. I got a blood essence. This is by far the coolest part of any quest I've ever done. I'm on top of the wilderness right now. Hell yeah. Dude, this balance elemental is not messing around, like seriously. I brought like 3 super restores and my stats were drained to 0 and I got him to like 100 HP. Like that was a tough fight. Hopefully I can get it this time. I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to get it this time. I have a lot more super restores. Damn it. Oh shit. I thought I was going to be able to do this damageless because I didn't take any damage until just now. So I was flawless on the prayer flicks after just now not being able to kill it with like an entire inventory of supplies. So that's always vindicating. Oh shit. Tormented demons time. Oh damn, I gotta kill them both at the same time? Shit. Whoa! Holy crap, I just healed an 80. Jeez, I didn't realize the stats would jump all the way up to level 255. That's freaking insane, but okay. I think now the quest is over. I'm back and everything is okay because we have now finally, as of the end of this cutscene, gotten our beloved quest cape back for like the millionth time, I think, in this series. Seriously, like, granted, I have not been playing very consistently, and that's a very common theme in these videos. Ooh, I actually have my sounds on right now. This is like a spooky cutscene. But I feel like a lot of time, like I feel like this video is very long in relation to how much content I've actually done. Like I haven't done like a ton of stuff, but a lot has happened. And you know, at the end of the day, the journey, the destination, they're both what we do it for. And once we finally zoom into what looks like the area with all the rune dragons in it and stuff, like beneath Zia, right? Or beneath, I think that's Zia. Yeah. Fossil Island. Yeah, beneath Fossil Island, which is weird. Is this canonically? Oh, it's the Dragonkin dude, isn't it? Sitaf. Okay. I was about to say I didn't know. I didn't really pay attention and look up how canonically similar this version of While Guthix Sleep was to the original 2008 release of the quest. But in 2008, when they released the quest, we did get ancient Guthixian temple access, which I don't know about y'all, but you know, I really want to try out some tormented demons, man. Like, we accomplished our goal, 170 quest points, or 170 quests completed, 321 quest points, and I feel like we could probably get our music cape back really quick as well. But I kind of want to do some tormented demons, or maybe get a Slayer task, because I think you can kill tormented demons on a black demon or a greater demon. It's a greater demon task, I think. And so part of me wants to do some Slayer just to try it out, see if we can get one of those burning claws or potentially the tormented synapse. Just try some new content, you know? Could be kind of fire. I mean, your boy has got some questionable luck at chambers, so we don't have any dragon claws, and in some instances I've learned that's the burning claws are actually better than the dragon claws, but I think you need 2 of them to create the burning claws. But yeah, you know what? Let's do this live from the Matrix. Let's get my Karamja gloves and take a stroll over to Duradel in Shiloh Village and see. Or actually, it's Kuradel. That's right. I forgot. I've got a lot of Slayer points. Ooh, your boy does want that Void Waker. Man, I want that Void Waker. And I actually have Greater Demons blocked. That's hilarious. Let's unblock those. Oh my god, I literally commented in this video already about my like little ADHD-ness or whatever, just constantly jumping from one thing to another and never completing like the long-term goal that I set. But all right, 50 Venenatus, but first, well, it looks like the 2 remaining tracks to reclaim my music cape require me to fight both Araxor and Scurious. And Araxor is a Slayer boss. So that gives me a bit of a plan. I think what I'm actually going to go do... do I want to do it right now? Because, okay, here's my dilemma, right? I absolutely love doing clue scrolls. They're a very big, motivating piece of content for me in this game. Like, again, think back to other grinds in this series, you know, doing like 1500 easy clues for a pair of flared trousers, doing all of Perilous Moons to get the full Blood Moon set, and of course, earlier in this episode that I like low-key almost forgot about, we have this step that requires me to get a fair amount of drops from the Huey boss. I really want to complete this master clue before I jump into any PVM grinds, and frankly, I would love to, you know, in the process of getting this track for fighting Araxor and getting the Araxor Slayer task, I would love to get, you know, do that entire Slayer task, you know what I mean? However many, 100, 200, whatever. I've never actually gotten it assigned before. So what we're going to do is I am actually going to knock out a little bit of Scurious for fun, just because it looks like there's not too many combat tasks here. Can I search it? Yes, I can. And it looks like, I mean, it's a very easy boss. Like much easier than even Amoxliatl, I think. And it looks like I could probably knock out all of these tasks in like probably, I don't know, 10, hopefully 10 kills, but maybe a few more than that, which realistically might only take me like an hour. But once I knock this out, then I'm not sure if we will jump into some Huey or if we will maybe do some Venenatus to try and get either whatever comes first, a Greater Demons task, an Araxor task, or the release of episode 103 of the Game Tuts OSRS Iron Man series. I don't know. We will have to cross that bridge when we come to it and when we decide to release it. Also, is this Brove technically a pet? Because, like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm finna slide his ass up here into my pet collection just because it's kind of cool. Also, kind of a side update, I alked a bunch of my rune items that I had gotten from Slayer. I haven't bought in bonds with the gold yet, but that is kind of a long-term goal of mine.